Welcome to another episode of Dr. Fantastic Cooks. Today, I'm in my new villa in Garden City, Egypt, and I've been requested to show them, my hosts, how I make my famous pasta sauce. And of course, I'm going to show you how. So first, the ingredients of obviously fresh tomatoes, fresh green peppers, red peppers, and yellow peppers. I love some nice blood of color in the pasta sauce. If you like a little arrabbiata, we have the green peppers. And of course, extra virgin olive oil. We've got the salt, the pepper, fresh garlic, and some tomato paste. And I'm going to be using the smallest chopping cutting board I've ever used in my life. But it'll work, and I'm going to make the best pasta ever. It's easy and inexpensive, so stay tuned. Now, obviously, the first ingredient, and I apologize for not showing it to you, is onions. Now, I'm told these are a year old, so it'll be very interesting to really see if they're good after a year. I've never actually experienced an onion being edible after a year, but if not, we have to go back to the store. We're going to take a Tok Tok. I love Tok Toks, and it looks like it's a living, breathing, edible onion. Okay, so the first step is to dice the onion. This doesn't look too good, actually. Yeah, there's parts of it that are good. So I'm going to dice the onion, saute it in olive oil, chop up the tomatoes, saute it, chop up the vegetables, saute it, put a little tomato paste, a little bit of water, salt, pepper, the green peppers, and it's going to be free pasta. Stay tuned. I've cooked in a lot of places on campfires and everything, but very seldom get a new stove. Sometimes it's one burner, sometimes it's two. I had the luxury of 4 burners today, and so my job will be a lot easier today. Okay, you heat the pan, and you put a little bit of beautiful Italian extra virgin olive oil in the pan. As you can see, I diced the antique onions, aged to perfection, 1 year. After sauteing the onions, you put the tomatoes in. So when dicing the tomatoes, different sizes, but it's all going to be cooked down in the hour it's going to take to make the sauce, So it really doesn't matter the size that you cut the tomatoes into. Once the onions are translucent, add the tomatoes. Saute them. I like a little yellow pepper for color. Well, the good news is I have a very sharp knife, and that's very important. Bad news is it's a very small cutting board, so it's not so easy. But I'm getting through it, and it's fun. You gotta love cooking. And again, for some nice color, red peppers. I lost my cameraman, so it's back to a one-man job. But there's the peppers, and the tomatoes are get nice and small, soft. So now it adds to that. And to make it a little arrabbiata, which is a spicy, I put in 2 green chilies. I don't think they're too hot, though. So here's my trick shot for the day. I don't have a camera mount or anything, but to de-skin a garlic, you just basically squish it. And the skin comes off very fast and easy. Look at that. It was right off. Look at that. De-skinned garlic. That wasn't an easy shot, people. And of course, the garlic, I don't cut it up real fine because it breaks down pretty easy. And that's just how I do it. So here's the garlic. Okay, you need to stir, obviously, constantly. And this pan doesn't have a handle. So I had to MacGyver without any cloth or anything around. I had to MacGyver a couple paper cups to hold the edge of the pot as I stir. So, you got to make do with what you have in life and not be upset by it. Just roll with it. And now for the spices, I'm going to put some pepper. When you put these ingredients, if you don't like garlic, don't put garlic in. If you don't like green peppers, don't put green peppers in. If you like garlic, put a lot of garlic in, And then salt. You can have some salt. I never measure. I usually just do it by sight. There's the salt. And then I'm going to put oregano and
which I didn't mention earlier, oregano and rosemary, and a couple tablespoons of tomato paste. A little bit of water, and you'll see what happens. There is the tomato paste, about 4 tablespoons full, according to taste. Because it's churning out so nice and thick, I'm going to put very little water in it because you want it to be a really thick pasta sauce. I finally found the parsley and the rosemary and the oregano, because it wouldn't be the same without that. And you can put some basil in there as well. And sometimes I put a little cumin in.
So I just met Dr. Fantastic. I can happily say that he is absolutely onto something. The Be Fantastic movement can move the needle for a lot of people in this world and move the needle for the world and make it a better place. You should pay attention.